It's International Women's Day today, right? Okay, let's talk about that. Welcome to Drool Train! Choo choo! Well, today is International Women's Day, and I'm probably uploading this video really late, but who cares? And to be honest, I will say that things have changed a little bit like it was before. Well, still, as we all can see, that the capitalists are milking this occasion, this day, for selling goods and services, providing offers and stuff like that. Still, corporations are acknowledging issues. Well, even probably it's for today's sake, but still they are acknowledging issues that affect human beings, women and men in general, through mistreatment of females all over the world. There are some advertisements, some posts, some articles, even by these people who are generally exploiting and objectifying women, are still doing something different for this day's occasion, which is, I'm going to say, a really good thing, is it not? Well, I know it is, but we all know what's gonna happen, like when the trend or the magic of the Women's Day is gonna wear off. Things gonna be like what they were before. But well, let's just not talk about rant about that, because there are a lot of unresolved issues to rant about, and your resident rantertainer is here to do that for you and for myself as well, because it really and effectively affects me. Like, it affects me, like at this very moment it affected me very severely, like yesterday, last night. So let's talk about that, shall we? And also, I'm gonna say that I'm not going to talk about, or I don't have to talk about, those people who are generally misogynist, but for today's occasion, to be trendy, are all gushing about women's rights and stuff like that. And when this effect of this day, this magic of this day, the magic of Cinderella's fairy godmother's power is gonna wear off, I hope they will still be the person they have evolved into, or maybe they won't. I don't care for them, really. There are more important things to worry about, and that's what I'm gonna talk. So bear with me, would you please? Well, today I'm going to be the bad girl, okay? Today I'm going to badmouth my family and people around me, and also thousands of South Asian Muslim families around the world who are where these issues are actually similar. Even though some families all over the world have actually, got over these issues, but still there remains a lot of places, a lot of families, a lot of people around us who actually normalize these issues, this couple of issues, and think that it is okay to, have to go through this, and think that these things are really normal and there is nothing to worry about, or there is nothing wrong about it, as opposed to they think these things are actually good for us. So let's get that started again, shall we? The first thing I want to talk about is the anthropomorphic ants. Well, I didn't mean that ants, I mean aunts, the ladies who are not our moms, but second to our moms. Oh, why did I just say that? They are no way second to my mom. Anyway, anthropomorphic ants don't have to be your aunt by being related to them. They can be anyone. Like, when I say anyone, I mean literally anyone, from the neighbor, like living across your street, or like kind of far from your street. You might talk to them, you might never talk to them, to the random mom of the random kid in your school. They can be anyone. So these ladies go to your parents with their well-wishing advices for you, and these advices range from a lot of weird spectrum of things, from your disposition, like sheer disposition, how you talk or how you act, to the people you make friends with. Well, mostly boys, but still sometimes they actually show their concern if you are friends with outspoken girls as well. And also later when you grow up, when you're like in my age, they would just will go to your parents and offer them advice about your life. By life they mean husband and kids. Okay, that's how anthropomorphic ants work. Well, if you think it is really bad that you have to receive like this kind of, offensive remarks from strangers around you, it gets even worse when the people, the anthropomorphic ants, are actually related to you. And it's like kind of sad as it happens, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate to this, and I can relate to this. And it gets even worse when they are like super smart, have good careers, and still they do the same. And it's really infuriating when they actually use their careers or their achievements as a weapon against you to assert their misogynistic opinions, or opinions they think that are right, and want to make you feel small. Like my aunt the other day was saying, hey, I have a PhD and I got married and had kids. So you can't use the excuse of doing PhD as excuse for not having children and having a husband. Like, you are a disgrace to your family. You are making your dad suffer. He's getting old and you are not doing anything about it. Like, this is how this works. And the other aunt of mine, who is a doctor, she graduated from medical school with a lot of distinctions. She was saying the other day, when I said that I'm probably having some motion sickness stuff when I'm in crowd, I have some problems. And she was like, well, you know what, if you are not getting married at this age, things like this gonna happen. Well, to be honest, she got married when she was 32. I don't know, I'm not judging her from getting married to 32, but she really made me feel really bad. And to be honest, and I'm hoping, Ans, you were saying this, and if not, I don't care, but if I were a witch, it would be really a bad thing for you, because I swear, if I did not Avada Kedavra you, then I'm pretty sure I was going to crucial the F out of you. I'm being honest, okay? You want me to talk? Because since I don't talk to you people very often, because I feel really physically bad when you bestow your intelligent remarks upon me. But this is how we talk, okay? So I can talk and you can listen. And listen this, I would crucial the F out of you, honestly. Well, the other issue I want to talk about is our own parents, like our concerned parents. So if you are from a South Asian family, I think you can relate to what I'm talking about, what I'm going to talk about actually. It's really sad that actually our parents would think that what we think and what our opinions are regarding our own lives are less meticulous and less important than the remarks of those anthropomorphic ants, right? And it is really demoralizing and hurtful. And often they would impose borders and rules on us to keep us safe. Well, they don't have the courage to fight off those advisories themselves, so we don't have to, live under those rules. And it is not like that they don't understand that whatever things they're imposing on us, or these safety rules they're imposing on us, are bad or actually hurting us the most. But they think that the fact that they are acknowledging or they're acknowledging that we are getting hurt from their decisions, they think it is enough for us. We are lucky enough that they are compassionate about our pain when they are causing us pain. It's like beating someone and seeing them having bruises, getting really hurt, and saying that I know you were getting hurt, so just let's beat you again. They, and this is not really a happy thing. And I must say, even though it sounds even more horrible, but sometimes they are just mean. Okay, it's not easy for me to say because I love my parents so much, but it's the reality. So the other day, my PhD aunt told me that I am a burden of my father because I am not considering marriage and children yet, and my father is getting old and he's really worried about me. So when I told my mom about this incident, that she said that I am the burden of you and my dad, he was like, oh, come on, she did not mean it like that. She just wanted you to think about your life. And by your life, my mom meant husband and kids. And if you are thinking my mom is like someone who did not receive enough education and stuff like that, it's not the case. She like graduated with master's degree from one of the most prestigious university for our country, and he also has a teaching diploma, and still she manages herself to say stuff like this. And it really hurts, man. I was really upset, and it actually happened like the day before yesterday, so the memory is pretty raw and clear, and I'm still not over it. And maybe that is why I'm being so crass, but let's just be honest, it's true. There is nothing fabricated or, exaggerating about this. This just really what happened to me. And have actually avoided any mentioning or any discussion about how our parents are always against whatever we are choosing to wear most of the time. When I was just barely a teenager, so my father blamed me. He blamed me for getting catcalled at, okay, because I was wearing jeans and tops. My dad was like, okay, it's your fault that you dressed up like that. And he was there with me when those dudes catcalled me, and he did not say anything. Instead, he came back when we reached home. He was like really angry at me, and he said that it's your fault that this happened to you today. That's like my dad, and he is generally a very liberal person. It's coming from a very liberal person. And he's also against the idea of me cutting my hair. Like, he gets really upset and he never really tries to hide it from me. And my mom, my sweet loving mom, she like says, if you ever consider getting a pixie again, your dad is gonna end up in hospital. And this is no joke, she means it. My life is beautiful. So you might be wondering why I am being so bitchy about my parents or in this whole ranting, and I don't honestly blame you. You have reasons to think so. But at the same time, in this whole ranting stuff, I have not really expressed many opinions about things. Rather, I told you things that were said to me. Okay, so these are merely facts, things that happened to me, things people told me, things people think in general. Well, that would be like an opinion, but then again, you get the picture, right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate to this. These things have happened to a lot of people, a lot of you out there. I know that. I've heard people saying that to me, that things like that happened to them as well. So I think it actually hurts, right? At least it does hurt me a lot when your parents don't support your opinions and would rather listen to some other people's remarks about you, or what they think, and what they think that are better for you. It really hurts, and it really hurts for not getting their support. And actually it hurts me most when I'm starting some opinions about something or some decision, and they're like, oh no, it's not the right thing, it's stupid. And when someone else they think that are important to them are approving my decisions, like, okay, she is right, whatever she is wanting is actually okay, then they are like, okay, I think you can't do that. And this hurts me really bad. Like, they don't have faith in me, and at the same time they are having faith in that other person's approvals. I mean, are they not my parents? um this really hurts me, and it is a sad thing, don't you think so? And that probably made me be like this ranty person. But then again, I sincerely think this issue needs to be addressed, especially with respect to the phenomenon of International Women's Day. We need to acknowledge this, because along with these big crimes like rape and murder and domestic abuse, this relatively, mild or benign stuff like this are also actually harmful, are also hampering, or also, a big, if not big, a very significant hindrance against achieving our rights as human being of female gender. So I think if we want to achieve our rights in a broader spectrum, like in society, in professional life, in places like in broader way, we should start from our home. We should start from our family. We should achieve equality and the right to express our opinions and take our decisions the way we want from our family, starting from our parents. We cannot force our parents to have belief in us. I know that, but we need to tell them, we need to make them understand, or most importantly, they need to understand that we are human beings, we are rational human beings, we can take our own decisions. And if sometimes, and I hope not, if they might, or if they backfire on us, well, instead of scoffing at us, instead of saying like, I told you so, you are dumb, you don't know anything, you don't know better than us, just be supportive of us, because you are no, almighty or whatever. You are no absolute being, you make mistakes too. So just because we are your offspring does not mean we cannot make mistakes and own it. We don't just go around and blame you for the mistakes you make with your life, or with the decisions you make. Well, you can say that you are parents, so you get to do that, but still, I think it is important for our parents to understand that as females, or as human beings, even though we are their offspring, we can take our own decisions, and it is important. It is pretty important in achieving our rights as a human being in general life. So, what do you think about this? I'm pretty sure when I'm going to make my parents watch this video, they are going to scoff at me. And why don't you give them some reasons to scoff at me, okay? You'll just comment something. Well, I mean, especially how can I communicate to them about these issues? Because I cannot communicate about these things. Whenever I try to talk to them about this, they go like, oh, you just cannot take a joke, or you don't understand what is actually happening, or you are too young to understand that. They go like this. So I sincerely ask you to, comment or give me suggestions about how I can make them understand this very important issue that as a human beings, we get to make our own decisions and we deserve support from our family. And I'm pretty sure the last few words I said was like kind of clickbait, but this is the kind of clickbaits we actually need. So, will you give it a chance? Uh, I am welcoming your constructive opinions, so have them coming. So, bye, have a nice day. Yeah.